You know what's wild? Most people walking past you at the grocery store who are millionaires don't look like it. No flashy watches, no designer bags, just regular folks buying regular groceries. And that's the thing. Nobody tells you about wealth. What you see on Instagram isn't rich, it's just expensive. And there's a massive difference. Let's talk about what wealth actually looks like, because I promise you, it's not what you think. Real wealth is invisible. It's quiet. And honestly, it's kind of boring to people who don't understand it. Here's the first thing you need to know. Truly wealthy people don't dress like they're wealthy. In fact, 94% of millionaires live in middle class or modest neighborhoods. Nearly 2 out of 3 drive vehicles that are at least 2 years old. They're not pulling up in brand new luxury cars every year. They're driving a paid-off Honda or Toyota, and they're perfectly happy about it. They understand something most people miss. Every dollar you spend trying to look rich is a dollar that's not working for you. Wealthy people optimize for freedom, not appearances. They'd rather have complete control over their time than have strangers admire their car at a red light. Think about it like this. If you finance a $70,000 car to look successful, you're now locked into payments for 5 to 7 years. You need that job. You need that income. You can't take risks. But if you buy a $15,000 reliable used car, you just bought yourself options. That's what real wealth looks like. Here's another thing. Wealthy people have zero credit card debt haunting them at night. They might use credit cards for convenience or rewards, but they pay them off completely every single month. There's no balance rolling over, no interest piling up, no mental burden wondering how they're going to make next month's payment. You know what that feels like? Peace. That's what wealth feels like. It's not the rush of buying something expensive. It's the calm of knowing you don't owe anyone anything. And that calm has a source. Wealthy people have investments working silently while they sleep. They're not day trading. They're not watching stock tickers every 5 minutes. They set up solid, boring investments and let time do the work. Their money grows in the background without them babysitting it. This is passive wealth. And it's one of the most powerful concepts you can understand. When your money makes money without you actively working, that's when life changes. You're no longer trading hours for dollars. You're letting time and compound growth do the heavy lifting. Let me tell you what else real wealth looks like. It's paying your rent or your mortgage before you get a reminder. It's having your bills on autopay because you know the money's there. Everything just flows smoothly because your finances are under control. Real wealth is having a savings account that finally breathes. It's not scraped down to zero every month. There's actually a cushion there. Room for emergencies, opportunities, or just peace of mind. When your savings account breathes, you breathe. Money should reduce stress, not create it. Here's something even more subtle. Wealthy people do their grocery shopping without mental math. They're not standing in the aisle calculating every item, wondering if they can afford the name brand. They're not adding up totals, hoping they have enough in their account. They just buy what they need and check out. This doesn't mean they're wasteful. Wealthy people are actually often more frugal than you'd expect. But there's a difference between being intentional with money and being terrified of it. When you're truly financially secure, buying groceries isn't a source of anxiety. Let's talk about how wealthy people actually spend their money. They spend extravagantly on a few things that truly matter to them: health, education, comfort, privacy, meaningful experiences, and then they ignore pretty much everything else. They don't upgrade for the sake of upgrading. They don't chase trends. They don't feel pressure to keep up with anyone. Their spending reflects their values, not their ego. You might see a wealthy person driving a 10-year-old car, but they'll drop $5,000 on a family vacation without blinking. Or they'll live in a modest house, but invest heavily in their health. They're intentional, strategic, and completely unbothered by what anyone else thinks. Here's the thing about wealthy people. They don't talk about money unless it's genuinely useful. They don't announce their income. They don't casually drop numbers into conversations. Why? Because money isn't part of their identity. It's just a tool they use to build the life they want. When genuinely wealthy people do discuss money, it's practical, not performative. They'll share advice if asked. They'll have real conversations about investing or financial strategy, but they're not flexing. That silence is one of the clearest signals of real wealth. Let's talk about something that separates real wealth from fake wealth. Truly wealthy people build multiple income streams. Even if they started with a regular 9-to-5 job, they slowly build other ways to earn money. These streams give them flexibility. Rental income, dividend payments, side businesses, passive royalties. Sometimes it starts small, maybe an extra $10 a month in interest from a high-yield savings account, or a few dollars in stock dividends. But those streams grow over time, and if one income source dries up, the others keep moving forward. This is how wealthy people create financial resilience. Here's something you won't see on social media. Wealthy people value emotional security more than social status. They don't need approval to confirm their worth. They don't use possessions to regulate their emotions. They don't chase admiration to feel grounded. As a result, they're calm in social settings. Their confidence isn't loud because it isn't fragile. This is the deepest truth about wealth. When you're truly secure, you stop performing. You stop trying to look successful because you already are. You don't need validation. You're not comparing yourself to anyone. You're just living your life on your terms. And here's the most important thing about wealthy people. They think in decades, not years. They're not obsessed with short-term gains. They're patient. They're comfortable with slow progress as long as it compounds over time. They don't rush decisions. This long-range mindset affects everything: how they invest, how they work, how they choose relationships. Time is their most valuable asset, and they protect it accordingly. Wealth isn't built in a month or a year. It's built through consistent daily habits repeated over 10, 20, 30 years. So if you want to know what real wealth looks like, it's not about the cars, the clothes, or the lifestyle you see online. It's about freedom. It's about peace of mind. It's about having your money work for you instead of working for money. It's about living below your means so you can build above your circumstances. Real wealth is calm money, quiet growth, steady freedom. It's knowing your finances are building a future. It's having options when everyone else feels trapped. And it's being able to walk through life without constantly proving yourself to anyone. The wealthiest people you'll ever meet probably won't tell you they're wealthy. They'll just live well, quietly, and on their own terms. That's the whole point. Wealth isn't about what other people see. It's about what you truly feel every single day. That calm, that control, that freedom. That's what rich actually looks like. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Frankie Finance, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with someone who is serious about their financial future. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.